All right, good Sunday evening, everybody. I'm Storm Team 12 Chief Meteorologist Ken South. We are going to see a pretty, quiet week ahead. Just going to be very hot and very humid. At the same time, we're going to keep a really close eye on the tropics because you would expect things to begin to heat up at this time of the year, and that's exactly what's happening out there. So, first of all, here's our current scenario. We've got high pressure at the surface to the northeast of us. The winds around that flow clockwise, so we're getting a light northeast wind in Mississippi. And late in the day, during the heating of the day, we are getting some of those random pop-up showers. The coverage pretty low. Today, 10-20%. That's what we're expecting Monday and Tuesday. And when the storms do develop, they're going to move from northeast to southwest. It's not really going to help to cool us down, though. We're still going to make it well into the 90s before any rain gets going over the next couple of days. The last of today's showers diminishing right there in Pearl River County, crossing the Pearl River into Louisiana. You notice the movement. It's from northeast to southwest, and we're going to keep that going for Monday afternoon and Tuesday afternoon as well. So for the rest of this night, it's going to be fair, partly cloudy down to the south of us. It's 81 degrees still at about 11 o'clock. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. And by tomorrow morning, we're going to be in the mid-70s. It's going to be a warm, sultry start to the day. Quick warm-up, a lot of sunshine in the morning. We're going to be in the mid-90s by lunchtime. Your high temperatures will be in the upper 90s to near 100 degrees. So with the high humidity, we're easily going to make it up to a heat index of 105 or better, and that's why most of us are going to be under a heat advisory from mid-morning till about sunset Monday, and I can guarantee you this is going to be extended into Tuesday, and I think it's likely going to be extended through Wednesday and probably Thursday and Friday as well, even though the chance of rain is going to go up towards the end of the week. Next couple of days, though, just stray showers. I know that looks like a lot there, but these are just going to be brief stray showers, 20% coverage that will die away once the sun goes down. And then in the heating of the day Tuesday, we're going to see the exact same thing. And notice the movement there from northeast to southwest. And then after the sun goes down Tuesday, those storms go away as well. All right, so let's talk about the tropics. Today is the 56th anniversary of Hurricane Camille making landfall along the Mississippi Gulf Coast. In about 12 days, we are going to be at the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. So we would expect things at this time of the year to start getting serious in hurricane season. And here we go. Erin was a Category 5 storm, weakened back to a 3. Now it's back up to a Category 4. The good news about Erin is she's missing everything. She did not really affect the islands of the Caribbean. It's kind of on the outer fringes there. We're seeing Puerto Rico and Hispaniola. And the southern Bahamas may get some effects as well, but of course not a direct strike. And as the storm turns to the northwest, and then the north and northeast, it's going to miss the east coast of the U.S., and it's going to split the difference between Cape Hatteras and Bermuda. It's going to go in between the two, and eventually by this upcoming weekend, it's going to accelerate to the northeast out into the cold waters of the North Atlantic, and Erin's going to be done. So even though it was a powerful storm, not really affecting very many people. So what else is out there? Well, behind Erin, we have got this wave in the East Atlantic Ocean. Now, this is developing along the Intertropical Convergence Zone, which is just north of the equator. This is where, at this time of the year, late summer, going into the fall season, a lot of tropical systems develop. So as it works westward across the Atlantic Ocean, it's now got a medium 40% chance of development. Not going to develop over the next couple of days, but we're thinking about 3 to 5 days from now as it gets into that orange shaded area. Then it's going to strengthen, probably get a name, and it's on more of a southerly track than Erin was, so I think it's more likely that it will be affecting the islands of the Caribbean, some of those northern islands, including the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico, which is part of the United States. So, because it's going to be on that southerly track, potentially it's got a better chance of making it into the Gulf, but that wouldn't happen for at least 7 days, probably closer to 9 to 10 days from now. Plenty of time to watch it and plenty of time for other things to happen around it that might steer it away. So we're not saying at this point that it's going to get into the Gulf. We're just watching it really closely because, again, by the time it gets here, it's going to be late August, and that's when things usually happen. And the waters in the Gulf of Mexico are really, really warm. So if it gets into the Gulf, there is potential, of course, that it could really blow up. We hope that doesn't happen, but this is something we're going to keep a really close eye on over the next week or so. All right, your forecast for tonight, fair skies, warm though. We're going to be in the mid-70s in the morning, and then for tomorrow, it's going to be just like today. Today's high in Jackson on Sunday, August the 17th, was 99 degrees. We're expecting 98 Monday, 99 Tuesday, and then from there, I think it does go down a little bit as the chance of rain goes up. But tomorrow, just a stray shower, 20% chance. Same is going to be true for Tuesday. Then we're going to up it a little bit to 30%, and then about 50% at the end of the week and going into the weekend. And temperatures will be near normal by that time, which is low 70s in the morning and low 90s in the afternoon. We have been above average temperature-wise for most of the month of August. I think we've only had about 3 days where temperatures were below average so far. So by the time we get to Friday is going to be the 22nd day of August, we're looking at above average temperatures between now and then. So only 3 of our first, let's say 21 days, the first 3 weeks of August with below average temperatures. So it's been a hot August. It was a hot July. Looks like that's just going to continue, so expect those heat advisories to be issued pretty much every single day for the rest of this week. All right, that's going to do it for your Sunday night update. Meteorologist Megan Hanna is going to be here tomorrow morning with your next update. Have a good night.